Ah, já tem que ir andando. Muito bem. Ver a configuração do monitor para 75 Hz. Diferença gigante no jogo. Meu Deus. Isso. Eu acho que enquanto estiver nesse esquema aqui, não vai dar para procurar, não. Não ator não, porque a gente ganhou experiência, matou umas pessoas. Mas eu acho que eu tenho que voltar aqui depois. Vai fazer essa missão. Não! Vai bugar o jogo, que bosta. Nossa, caí no lugar aqui. Forte danado. Eita, Laia, por que não tá saindo o som do jogo, meu Deus?
I may have spoken in haste before.
Pardon?
The very notion that the dream scourge had blighted our farms, it was too awful to acknowledge.
Are you being serious right now?
I am. The sanctuary my family built was for...
Ô, Laia, cadê o som do jogo que não tá saindo? Que merda. Agora foi. Ó, o som do jogo tava saindo, não, que bosta.
Not for me, perhaps. You must understand. My mother had the dream scourge. I hoped against reason that she might recover, but her mind grew as blighted as her lands. To face reality would mean upending my city, throwing order into chaos, and admitting she was truly gone. I'm so sorry, Giata.
Don't waste your apologies on me. This changes nothing between us.
I don't expect your forgiveness, but I will do everything in my power to make this right. Whatever you have to say, I'm ready to hear it.
You want me to do the talking? Very well. The evidence is clear. The Living Lands is on the edge of an ecological disaster, both physically and spiritually. We may know the origin of the Dream Scourge. By following it back to the source, perhaps we can reverse the damage. Now for the bad news. An undiscovered god rests in the heart of this island. Until we know more about its nature, we are powerless to stop it.
But this is madness. When I said I was ready for the truth, I didn't mean... Koichi, tell her, it's madness.
Envoy, is it true?
You truly think you can find a god? I said I'd keep an open mind, but this is a bit much.
First the Dream Scourge, then the Steel Garrote, and now, what does this god of yours want us to do? Pray?
This is no time for a theological discussion. Our survival hangs on a knife's edge. We can't remain in Emerald Stair.
There is no reason to stay, unless you count picking through the ashes. We should relocate to Thirdborn. It's the only settlement that can take us all.
No. I say we go to Paradise.
This is madness. It's suicide.
Wrong. It's self-preservation. And my father would have agreed. As long as we are Animancers, the adherents will pursue us to the ends of the earth. Instead, we lay low, hide in plain sight, let them believe we're beaten, and bide our time.
While we hide, the Dream Scourge will tear this island apart. At least in Thirdborn, we can practice animancy freely. We can't gamble with our existence. The political climate of the Living Lands is too dangerous.
Thirdborn has its own problems. Paradise is more secure, but it would mean living under Adiran rule. I don't like our options, but that shouldn't stop us from committing to...
Thirdborn's full of hardy types. Lots of former soldiers and mercenaries. A rough bunch, but good to have at your back. It's also farther from the Steel Garrote's base of operations. That's where I'd make my stand.
We'll be proud to lend our strength to theirs, as Animancers and as fellow expatriates.
I have my misgivings, but you helped my father leave the Republics. I trust you to help us again. What of you, Envoy? Where does the hunt for the Dream Scourge take you next?
Oh, I do.
Yardsley? Don't tell me you are getting swept up in all of this.
Oh, really? You should know better, darling. Any talk of the Akita, and I will appear. If you're looking for the garden, I can probably lead the way. You're already aware that I'm the foremost Akitan scholar in the Living Lands, and...
Godless scholar, my dear. No one outside of academia uses their proper name.
Ah, right. Layman's terms. Thank you, darling. Well, to make a long story short, I think I can lead you to the garden. 30 years of research, and I think the answer lies in a ruin called Naku Kubel, which is in Shatterscarp. So we've got to get there now. Before Fjord went up in flames, that Garrote monster took my research. Your kin are on their way to the garden now. Wait. If they know as much as we do, they know to go to Shatterscarp too. Oh no. I've got to warn Temerity. Meet me in Thirdborn, all right? You can't miss it. It's the only bit of civilization in Shatterscarp, if you can call it that. I'll finish getting ready here and just meet you there.
Ugh, what a whirlwind. God, I love that tiny woman. I would be surprised if your journey were that uncomplicated, but... stranger things have happened.
For what it's worth, I vouch for Yatsley. She's a good friend and a bad influence. Right now, we could use both.
There's a gate to the north, which will take you to Shatterscarp. It's guarded by some of our best rangers.
Then we should approach carefully. They'll be on their guard after this.
I'll make sure they grant you safe passage. May the gods protect you, envoy.
Exploring the living lands with a friend. What more could I ask for?
Back to Shatterscarp, then.
Caravans to Paradise will leave here once a week for those who do not wish to stay.
I can't. We should talk. Fior Messiverno was the pride of 2 generations. And now, nothing but ashes and embers. My home, my lab, my parents. It feels as if I'd lost them all over again. What if I'm tired of being strong? I keep asking myself, how could I have missed this? How could I not have known an attack was coming? We were all so occupied with the Dream Scourge, we missed the enemy on our doorstep. No matter where Animancers go, someone is always trying to kill us. Nothing enrages the gods more than mortals in pursuit of knowledge. Don't worry. I plan to hold the mortals accountable. As many of them as it takes. Listen to me. A failed Animancer lashing out at everything in reach. Even with all the tools at my disposal, I couldn't stop the Dream Scourge. And I couldn't save my people. How do I live up to my family's example when I can't even help myself? Don't take this the wrong way. But you weren't raised by Animancers. Their ambition destroyed our family. Now it falls to me to find meaning in my parents' sacrifice. And I don't know if I can. I have some pondering to do. Let me know if there's anything else. I'm going to miss Fjorm. I've been meaning to tell you something. Sending my people to Thirdborn. It's a good arrangement. They get a roof over their heads. The city gets animancers. And everyone gets along. For once. My people have had a difficult journey ahead of them. In more ways than one. But it feels good knowing there's a destination. So yes, I have a good reason to feel cheerful. Look, I know you didn't come to this island to help us. And yet you were here when others would have looked away. Despite everything that happened, it means a lot. We all deserve better. But fate decided otherwise. Well, onward to better things. If you need anything, you know where to find me. Thanks for talking. I hope Thirdborn is a good community for my people.
Envoy, it's clear that no matter what happened, these people couldn't stay in Fjord. Just not sure you did the right thing. These people won't survive long in a place like Thirdborn. That they are. I'm honestly surprised they survived out here this long. Who knows? Labs and machines? Yeah, aren't my area of expertise. Maybe they're easier to build than I think. Right, changing the subject. Pleasant dreams. Envoy? Gods, I can't believe what's happening around here. Fjord has been destroyed. Just like that. Leaving home behind is one thing. Losing it forever is another. I couldn't imagine. Giada has taken some hits lately, and she's still here. I guess there's something to take away from that. Right, changing the subject? If I must.
Marius? I've been wondering.
Who's next? Anyone?
Are they retreating? Now I've seen it all.
Oh, no, you don't!
Ekworth! Ekworth and Roth!
good fight.
Decades of building a home here. Gone. I don't know how you come back from something like this.
Aye, aye.
Closer, envoy. I'd like a word. A moment of your time, if you please. From one Adiran to another. I go where the Inquisitor commands, just as you go where the Emperor commands. So, did you enjoy our little bonfire? Inquisitor Ludwig was pleased with our efficiency.
You irredeemable fucking swine!
Keep her on a tight leash. No need for this to get out of hand. One might argue they brought it on themselves. Believe it or not, the Steel Garrote owe you an apology on behalf of Inquisitor Ludwig.
Bring us her severed head and I'll consider it.
That temperament of yours is exactly the problem she is trying to solve. Our attack came together in haste. You should have been informed, and doesn't it? One way or another, Fuel Messi Verno was always going to burn. Weak government, chaotic farming, dangerous research. They never had a chance.
What right do you have to cast judgment on us?
As the future caretakers of the living lands, we do only what is necessary. Fuel Messi Verno's reliance on animancy and stubborn individualism has done nothing but drag the living lands down with them. Ludwig's the one you need to convince. I'm just the messenger. Look, I'm only telling you this because you deserve to know Ludwig's intentions for the living lands. If Heelgard cannot maintain a grip on the living lands, then the Steel Garrote will simply take it from him. You see, the Steel Garrote answer to the Burned Queen, not your floundering empire. And we will break from Adia if that's what it takes. And while he frets in the throne room, his puppy dog soldiers will chase their own tails. Inquisitor Ludwig sees something in you, envoy. She wants to cultivate your potential, as she did mine. You don't want to get between her and the fate of the living land, so let this serve as a warning. Our grasp on this island is going to tighten, even if it costs us allies along the way. Acceptable losses. What you do with this information is up to you. Either way, Emerald Stair is just the beginning. You do that. Before I let you go, a little bird sang in my ear that you're going to Shatterscarp.
You don't have to answer that.
Of course, that would have been impossible with these meddlesome rangers in the way.
You didn't.
I took the liberty of removing them. It's a shame, really. Honorable folk to the last. Ludwig told me to open a path for you by any means necessary, and that's exactly what I did. When you arrive in Shatterscarp, give this letter to Temerity. Compliments of the Inquisitor. No need to keep you any longer. Let's hope our next meeting is under more favorable circumstances. No need. She has both of hers on you. Be seeing you, Envoy. Sooner or later.
So that's it? We're just letting her walk away? Normally I don't have a taste for blood, but I'm feeling very uncivilized at the moment. Care to join me?
You know, there's a depraved part of me that was hoping you'd make this interesting.
Let's make this a battle to remember.
Sorry it'll be over so quickly then.
Boy.
Worse than rot! It's worse than rot! It's worse than rot! It's worse than rot!
Quick as a fox!
Stand a chance!
You came to Emerald Stair looking for answers. And now we're leaving with more questions. How do we fight the Dream Scourge? What can we do about Sapadal? And where is the garden? Not to mention, why the Steel Garrote burned my fucking home to the ground. I'm glad you think so. Because right now you're the only Adiran whose opinion matters to me. I will not forget Fiume Siverna. Everything it was, and everything it could have been. And I will never forgive. Never.
So on top of the Dream Scourge rotting your fields and turning kith and beast alike into monsters, now we've got a Death Guard Inquisitor and the Steel Garrote dogging our steps. Do you think Ludwig will try something similar in Thirdborn? I hope you're right. Thirdborners are tough by nature. More than a few have seen their share of battle. Lots of Rawatayans, scramble routes with no prospects back home, washouts from military or mercenary life, sailors in search of steady ground. Add to that a motley assortment of pirates, free spirits, and people who like living under the loosest grasp of the law, and you've got Thirdborn. But rumor has it something's amiss in Shatterscarp. Strange dreams, disappearances, people wandering into the desert and never returning, or coming back, changed. Fair enough.
At least that tells us we're on the right track. This Dream Scourge is one of the weirdest things I've ever tried to hunt. Easier said than done, especially when we're not entirely sure what we're looking for.
Everything we learned in Naku Tadek points us to the garden. Thirdborn is just a stepping stone. But we don't know anything about the garden. It could be a myth, or a metaphor. Whatever the garden is or isn't, it's our only lead. We find the garden, we find the Dream Scourge. Yatsley is a master of the unknown and the unknowable. No mystery eludes her for long. If there is a path to the garden, Yatsley can lead us to it. I'd follow her anywhere.
Or maybe that god poking around your soul could give us directions.
Ask for directions. Why didn't I think of that? Kai, that's brilliant. Whatever Sapadal tells us will be filtered through a lot of metaphysical noise, but it couldn't hurt to try. This is so exciting. Sapadal? It's Giada Castell. If you're listening, could you please tell us more about the garden?
Castell. Why does this name sing to us? A voice through murky water. The garden stifles the notes. We cannot reach. The branches bind.
Did you get anything? What? No. They must have confused me with someone else. Clearly your link to Sapadal isn't as strong as it was in Naku Tadek. But I'll take it over nothing. Good thinking. We don't want to push the limits of your spiritual endurance.
So let me see if I got this straight. We're looking for the garden, which might not exist. Our best lead is Yatsley, an eccentric scholar who's gone ahead to Thirdborn, where the Dream Scourge may be ravaging.
Don't look at me. I was fine going back to Paradise. Stop. You're aggravating my ulcer.
Listen, I hate to ask this, but while we're in Shatterscarp, there's something I need to do. Something I owe Tama. There's an old battlefield near some Pogrunan ruins. Area called the Shark's Teeth. Tama lost his badge there. I need to get it. Thanks.
It takes courage to go back for something you lost. I wouldn't have it in me.
Get some rest. Sleep is good for the soul. Maybe this doesn't need to be said, but I don't blame you for what happened to Fior Messiverno. I just wanted you to know. No need to question it anymore. They've made their intentions clear. I'll get the bastards who did this. One way or another, I'll make them pay.
Sleep well. We've got a long road ahead.
When you were in the...
You smell death here.
Listen to me, look here. Can you focus on my voice? Can you hear me clearly?
At last I gouged a hole through our ranks. How many did you lose?
Too many. Not even count. Another Adiran, Kutabao.
Hold on. This isn't one of mine. Or Ludwig's. You must be the envoy Hilgard told me about.
Well, you picked a damn fine time to show up.
Dream Thralls ambushed us an hour ago. We're still counting the dead.
Our dead, to be precise.
We lost soldiers too, protecting your people.
Yes, how heroic. Protecting Kith from Adiran Dream Thralls.
We did what we could, but the Dream Scourge moves quickly.
This plague doesn't care what banner you stand under, Envoy.
It's been difficult. My soldiers are forced to put blades through their comrades. Former comrades.
In all their military might, your Adiran comrades decided to go wandering through the desert, despite my advice. And now we're all paying for their idiocy. Thirdborners and Adirans alike.
We've since pulled back to Eagle's Reach until more reinforcements arrive to contain the Dream Thralls. Whatever your intentions here, Envoy, it's not worth it. Better to go back to Paradise where it's safe. I'm sorry, Envoy. I don't recognize the name.
Of course, that strange Orlin scholar. She came through not too long ago. Should be in town by now. Before you go, Envoy, Kith aren't too keen on Adirans at the moment. Rumor of what happened in Fjord is already starting to spread. Just watch your back, all right?
Good luck, Envoy. Gods protect you.
I don't recognize Rutaska, but I know Thirdborn. It used to be made of sterner stuff.
Thirdborners have been on it. On edge ever since the mine. Mines got shut down. Ah, welcome to the shit, Envoy. Sorry for the mess, but it can't be helped. Not when a fucking horde of Dream Thralls screams up the path. At least they're not coming out of the fucking rock like they did in the mines. Oh, Dream Thrall spiders.
Nothing is spared this plague. Neither the land, nor the creatures who inhabit it.
Aye, a living nightmare. They swarmed just like that. These dream scourge people don't eat their kill. What kind of feet have you got? We're talking about a whole mine filled with them. Aye. Gods be with you, envoy.
Clearing out dream-scourged spiders. Sounds like honest work to me.
Please! Help us! We need help!
Darren! Please! We need help!
O microfone tava mutado, que bosta.
We were out finding food, but when we came back, they'd changed.
They attacked us, tried to rip us apart.
Did you say your parents changed? Oh no.
We locked them inside the house, but we don't know what to do.
You'll be taken care of, I promise. Just don't look back.
They're going to kill them!
Shh. It'll be okay, Tamamo. They're in our home by the cliff face.
No, no. Mother. Father.
Please. Try to make it fast. And let us know when it's over. We'll need to do the last rites.
Let us know when it's over. Gods, what a thing to say about one's family.
Eye sharp. Dream thralls ahead.
There! We've got out!
Been stragglers from Eagle's Reach. They weren't ready for this.
That'll show them.
Hard to believe it's been 6 years since I saw this place.
I don't leave Emerald Stair often enough. With everything going on, there's been no time to explore. My city had to burn down before I could take a vacation. Sorry. I'm in a mood, if you couldn't tell. True, but I need to raise my spirits. Literally and metaphorically. I used to think I had it all figured out. The Living Lands proved me wrong in so many ways. This entire island is the prison of a mad god. How is one Animancer supposed to compete with that? All we're missing is the juggling act. Maybe I'm being melodramatic, or maybe I'm not used to seeing things clearly. But what if Animancy has no future in the Living Lands? What if my entire career was a mistake? Beginnings are supposed to be good. So why do I feel like shit all the time? You're a good listener as always, but I've taken enough of your time. I'll be fine, really. I'm not the first Animan. Pleasant dreams.
This place was bad enough before the Dream Scourge. Now it's downright hazardous. Right, but survival is about keeping things boring and predictable as much as possible. Out here, you never know. This used to be a fertile land, with lakes, forests, all of that. And everything suddenly changed several hundred years ago. Now it's blasted deserts and dried up seas. Anything that lives here is simply stubborn enough not to die.
That's the most apt description of Thirdborn I've ever heard.
Maybe you will, but what about poor Kai? Huh? What about him? Just keep your head and you'll be fine. Let me look out for the others. What do you need? Until next time.
French bricks. Fear in the eyes!
Push the fire! You're mine now!
Add on, boy! Quarry in the brush!
Some of them are still wearing Third-born homespun or Adiran armor.
How long must the living land suffer?
You've got better aim than a sharpshooter, Giada.
Kill you if you come up here.
Is that all you got?
Nicely done! I was worried for a second. We're going in, aren't we? What am I saying? Of course we are.
Dead!
Is it just me, or does it feel like we're being watched?
Seems to be missing a few parts.
Pesado, meu Deus.
Who disturbs us? We see!
They're coming!
Invaders in the garden!
We've got to put a stop to this thing, Envoy.
Those dream thralls?
The city is under attack. Let's not waste the moment. Protect the envoy. Remaining. Bravo!
Show me what you got!
Fucking dream thralls.
Dream. Only a dream.
The dream thralls almost got through. But they didn't.
You're just going to pretend like nothing happened?
Hold it right there, Adiran. What are your intentions in town? Been sick? Strange dreams lately?
Relax, Daran. The only strange dreams we've had involve your mother.
Shit. Kai? What are you doing here? Temerty's gonna have a fit. Save your threats, Adiran. Kai knows what he did. Huh. You're with the Adirans now?
I'm with the Envoy, and we're against the Dream Scourge.
Right. Answer the question, Adiran.
Come on, Daran. They slew those dream thralls for us. I doubt she could have done that if she was sick. I, for one, thank you. We couldn't take him on our own.
Are you smoking Svef? The Adirans raised Fior. We'll be next.
Which we would love to share with Temerty if you'd let us in.
Daran, can you get on with it?
Fine. All right. I can't keep you out if you're not sick anyway. We just have to take precautions. Everyone in Thirdborn has lost someone. Pass on through, but report any symptoms you see to the Tiranui. They're responsible for keeping law and order around here.
That's the problem with the Dream Scourge. When you find symptoms, it's already too late.
We better get to clearing out these corpses. We'll need help. There's too many to haul off between the two of us.
Fui no banheiro, velho.
The attack seems to be over. Everyone okay?
That was...
Oh, there she is. Come on, Chico. Godlike. Winds above. You're really here. I knew I had to find you as soon as I heard you were in Thirdborn.
Chico? When did you get so tall? I almost didn't recognize you.
Kai, you're here too? Now I know Thirdborn is in good hands. We've got to do something about the Dream Scourge. It's worse every day. One of our neighbors wasn't himself, and we can't afford to lose anyone. We need people who will fight back. People like Kai, and my uncle Capo.
Me? You don't know what you're saying. Believe me. But Capo, he's the real deal. That old salt's a monster slayer.
That Leviathan hanging over the market? That was his work. Exactly! Uncle Capo's the greatest warrior Thirdborn's ever seen. But, well, Thirdborn hasn't seen the Capo I know in a long time. I've tried everything to convince him to get out of the house. He may be old now, but we can still use his experience. If Thirdborn could see him up on those walls, they'd all follow him. I hate to impose, but would you pay him a visit? He lives on the northeast side of town. He's tired of hearing from me. Maybe one hero to another, you know?
Banheiro já volta. Nossa, tá foda.
entire settlement in flames? And they stole your research?
Yes. And I'm going to get it back.
Oh, gods. And Adiran, what is it this time?
Don't worry, darling. The official Adiran envoy is here at my request.
What I want to know is why she's in the company of one of our own.
I meant to stop by, but I guess time got away from me.
I'll deal with you later. We have unfinished business. But your friend has some explaining to do. Why have you come to Thirdborn? After what your people did in Emerald Stair, I can't imagine you carry an edict of friendship with you. No, Adir just supports her. In arms, politics, and kith.
I know you're upset, Zeratina, but don't take it out on us. I'm furious too, darling. That monster stole my research as she burned my home. But you know, if this Adiran was untrustworthy, I'd kill her myself.
I apologize, Envoy. Eagle's Reach is a slaughterhouse. Dreamthralls siege our gates day and night. People are hungry, and I have not slept in days. So my temper is a powder keg, I'm afraid. I am trying not to explode. This isn't a courtesy visit, is it? I assume you're here delivering a message on behalf of Adir. To Head Sharpshooter, First Class of Shatterscarp to Merti Kaiwa III. Ludwig wants the ruins of Naku Kubel, or will suffer the Steel Garot's wrath. Just like Fior Messiverno. Another shit atop the pile, then. Not that I can do a damn thing about it.
You're not going to give in, are you? Those ruins are a marvel. They're irreplaceable.
I know, Yatsley. If we give them an inch, the Adirans won't stop until they have everything. But even if I wanted to hand over the ruins, they aren't in my power to surrender. Trust me, I am very aware of all those things. You might even say I've been fighting for those things. But there's one little problem. The Archmage Ringrim has warped the very reality of Shatterscarp. Let's just say there's a magical barrier around the ruins now. No one's getting in or out without Ringgrim's say-so.
Ringgrim? As in from the Circle of Archmagi? She's here?
The very one. I feared you'd be excited. Her presence isn't a good thing, Yatsley. She flew into the Shark's Teeth a few weeks ago, and now that area is an impenetrable wasteland of ice. I heard there's an Adiran who had his mind utterly broken by her. He's still lost out there as far as I know.
The Queen of Terror. She's a perfect match for a Death Guard. But why Naku Kubel specifically? The ruins have stood for centuries, and there are plenty of other places to look at dream thralls. The Circle of Archmagi don't get involved unless there's something they can gain. They're not really known for their altruism. Look at the Siege of Craghold. And that was just so that Lengrath could try and show up Consulhot.
The truth is, I'm up to my neck in catastrophes. Between the horde of dream thralls pounding on our gates and trying to keep peace with Adir, I've had to station guards on our borders to control who goes in and out, just to keep everyone safe. I never thought I'd say this, but the Archmage is the least of my concerns. So, Ludwig wants the ruins, but even if I wanted to give them over, Ringrim controls them. And good luck getting an audience with an Archmage.
Better to march into danger than have it take you by surprise. Besides, this is the right crew to do it with.
If she doesn't want to be found, that's all the more reason for us to go looking.
When an Archmage like Ringgrim decides they don't want to be disturbed, they make sure of it. There are rumors she uses the bones of the ancient dead to guard her domain. It's definitely practical, I'll give her that. Although, I wonder if it's because she likes giving trespassers nightmares. I wouldn't blame you if you choose to run away. But if you want to find Ringrim, head east of here, go past the Pargunin ruins, and when you see the ice, you're there. And Yahtzee, be careful. If Quilichi lost you, he'd never forgive me.
Oh, don't worry about me, Temerity. If my spells fizzle, I can always give a good lashing with my tongue.
I'm afraid of. Good luck.
Beleza?
Good. It might convince her to keep you safe, too. One last thing. Once you had a moment to settle in with Yahtzee, come back and speak with me. I need your help with something.
How exciting. We're off to see an archmage. To gain access to an ancient godless ruin. Oh, you do spoil me. I've just the fragrance for such an occasion. I want to make sure I smell my best when she kills us. Meet me by the tavern when you're ready to head out. Make sure all your gear is up to snuff. We are meeting an archmage, after all.
Now I'm feeling underdressed.
Que isso, Pandora?
You there, the one with the face. Hello, friend. Has anyone mentioned you look especially fungal today? Really, it's radiant. I've got a bit of a personal matter, and I'd appreciate some help. Ah, a kind and helpful soul comes to my aid. Long story short, my friend, I ordered some goods, something I'd rather stay private. Embarrassing, you know. So, I'm quite desperate for a friendly and discreet courier. I can't leave my shop. What if there's a tsunami, or particularly rowdy children? No, you should go, not me. You'll probably be fine.
If that excuse were any thinner, you could tie your shoe with it.
My supplier has sequestered himself somewhere with my package. To find him, I'd have to follow the path. They communicate through graffiti, if you can believe it. I've not been able to find any of it, though. Maybe you'll have better luck. What? No! That's crazy! You're so crazy. We certainly don't need to tell Hajime about our crazy ideas either. Ah, good. Thank you. Well, looks like you best be off. Be sure to get there and back quick as you can. I'll be here waiting. Don't forget your friend Daiko and his completely legal...
You hungry? I might be able to help.
If you need skate, put him out of his misery, will you? Enjoy skeleton. I've heard of throwing rocks at people, but not the other way around.
Don't forget your friend Daiko and his completely legal package that you said you'd pick up.
Another day, another drunkard.
Damn. My dear envoy, just the sight of you recalls fond memories of more civilized days.
Nossa, que não desculpa.
And spirit both. Truly, the Emperor chose his envoy well. I envy you to have met him. I fear he never made it down to the port. Not while I was there.
He's practically an Adiran citizen.
How I miss the sight of your strapping tall grass pikemen on parade. I'm afraid I don't make it down the coast much anymore. Not since the loss of my men. Ugh, I'm wandering. Forgive me, Envoy. This land takes its toll on my mind and spirit both. I am Nagunu, beleaguered captain of an incorrigibly roustabout crew. Dear Tawe, Koa, Ranga, they saw Adir with me, you know, then abandoned me here. Oh, I miss them terribly.
Maybe the barkeep should cut him off.
I am drunk on memory only, and perhaps some regret. I only wish I could invite my crew to my table, to share one last drink and part as friends. Is that so? You see, I'd thought, I'd hoped. Would you venture out beyond the walls to look for them? I knew the moment I saw you, you were a paragon of your people. If anyone could convince Tawe, Koa, and Ranga to share one last drink with me, it's you. I understand. But if you see Tawe by the oasis, or Koa hiding out in the teeth, or Ranga in her mine, please ask them to come home. Oathbinder guide you in the Emperor's work, Envoy, and in all your labors to come.
Maybe I should hire a bard. Better than off-key shanties all day.
Yoo-hoo! Over here. Ah, there you are. It's rather rude of you to keep a lady waiting. I'll forgive you, though. It gave me a chance to dip into my notes about the Circle of Archmagi. One does not simply waltz into an Archmage's domain unprepared. Tell me, dearie, how much do you know about Ringgrim? Oh, it's so exciting, isn't it? Hopefully, we'll even get to keep all our limbs. The Circle of Archmagi are the most powerful magical beings in Aora. Whatever the reason, the fact that she's here at all is significant. Oh, Aldra's titties. The Circle sent the Archmage of Terror. Oh, she's just brilliant. What's not to admire? There's no one in all of Aora like her. And she's come all this way to Nakukubel. But I've no idea why an illusionist would care for godless artifacts. Yours truly, excluded, of course. There must be something in there of interest to Ringgrim. Probably something powerful. I knew I liked you, darling. I'll be with you every step of the way. Those Steel Garrote bastards stole all my research about the godless. They'll get to the garden first over their dead bodies. I can show you the way to Ringgrim's domain, but we should travel lean. The less of us there are, the less likely she'll take notice. You'll need me to get you in the door, so who's staying behind?
Naturally. Just don't do anything I wouldn't do. Really, though, that would be dangerous. We'll catch up later, Yatsli. Take care of the envoy for me.
Perfect. Oh, this is going to be fun.
O companheiro Yatsli, a maior especialista em divinos, Yatsli reúne muita habilidade mágica em seu pequeno corpo. Uma maga autodidata, ela aprimorou sua arte enquanto mergulhava em masmorras nas ruínas por todas as terras férteis. Com um grimório em mãos, ela manipula a própria essência do mundo ao seu redor. Ela pode não apenas conjurar demonstrações aterrorizantes de poder contra seus inimigos, mas também dissipar quaisquer ilusões arcanas que enganam os sentidos. Partiu.
Don't forget your friend Daiko and his completely legal package.
Don't tell me you're out of linen. We need to make bandages. I know what you expect.
Partiu, Pandora, pra próxima missão. Missão do terceiro mapa. A missão do terceiro mapa.
How do you feel about poetry?
500 metrinhos.
Why the hell are you at?
24 pontinhos.
What are you asking me about poetry?
Do you like it? Oh, come on, you can tell me. Say a few lines of poetry.
Wait.
Muita gente pra conversar, a gente acabou de sair de uns conversa pra caramba. Não, Pandora, não. Você me agata, gente. Pandora, sabe, um tanto de coisa aqui. Pandora.
I still remember the first time I saw these dunes. In the heat haze, they looked just like waves. Another win, but who's counting?
You're a Darren, right? Over here. Welcome to Shatterscar. Or, welcome to Shark's Teeth, anyway. Damn. I didn't think you'd actually talk to someone like me. Oh, well, I hope I'm not imposing on you. Listen, I've got to take some supplies to that tower up the road. They're for Kotoa and Hayako. Have you heard of them?
Kotoa and Hayako? If they need supplies, they must be planning something good.
They've probably killed more dream thralls than the rest of us combined. Well, they said, why shoot one when you can take out a dozen instead? That's what I'd like to know. These supplies will go a long way if I can ever get them up there. This is my third trip today, and whew, it's a lot of stairs. You do that? You're a lifesaver. Keep going through the teeth. The tower is just over the ridge. You can't miss it.
I used to patrol out here. Swore I'd never come back. Tama lost his badge near here.
than rot!
Behind you!
Alguém estão lá com esse merda.
Next one's mine.
This is surreal. And the perfect place to set up shop if you're an archmage.
I hadn't had a chance to see all this before. It's magnificent.
Come on, let's go introduce ourselves to an archmage. Even more bodies. Oh gosh. Let's try something else.
He sucks so good. Worse than rough.
This is it. Ringrim was definitely here.
So, why couldn't you just put that on the side? These ice corpses are excessive.
Yes, but look at them. The artistry is sublime. Can you imagine having enough finesse to make all this?
I can't imagine wanting to. If you gotta deal with an archmage to stop the Dream Scourge, so be it. But be careful with this Ringrim character. This place has given me a bad feeling I can't shake.
A spell. And a very clever one. Ringgrim's using her illusions to make people choose to stay away. Everyone except us. Of course I probably can. All spells have a counter. You just have to know what it is. But we can figure that out later. Right now, we have to focus on what's at the end of that passage. Trust me, I know. Last thing I need is to be responsible for killing the Emperor's pet. No offense. But it's a chance to test out some new spells, so I muddle through. I've focused so much on the Godless and Quilici over the years that it'll be lovely to hone my magical skills again. Thank you. When Fjord was raised, I was devastated. They destroyed my home and took my work. I didn't come here for Ringrim. Chances are we'll die, but if we don't, we stop Ludwig and get into the ruins. So, win-win.
Yachtsley, you must have been a Rowatayan admiral in a past life.
Let's get going. Oh, and stay close. These are so lifelike. Poor bastards.
Oh, I thought Ringworm was all about illusions. This place is cold.
Stay close. Ringrim's trying to scare us off, but we won't let her win. Whew. What a frosty welcome. I'm covered in fur and even I'm freezing. Are her illusions really so powerful? It's just a trick, Envoy. A well-crafted cold trick. Keep moving.
Well now, that's one creative Zara. Look at its spear. We gotta get into that tower? I hope Yachtsley brought her ladder.
There's got to be a way. Let's snoop around.
Land shaped in the dreamer's image, not with stone or axe, but with essence. Songs of ancient magic. Could we sing to them?
Once, a very important statue fell to pieces, and an entire village perished because it wouldn't put the statue back together again.
Skeletons. Now this I can handle.
Get off me!
Coming from your right! You take lead.
On your right!
I'm guessing she hasn't had time. Ringram seems fun. I don't get it. Ringram's powerful enough to conjure a frozen realm in the middle of the desert. Why toy with us?
I think it's part and parcel of being an archmage, unfortunately. Maybe she's trying to teach us something.
Yeah, the headless, disemboweled statue. I was afraid you'd say that.
It's probably connected to that village Ringgrim mentioned, so keep that in mind, darling.
So there's a perfectly good reason she lopped off the head and the hand?
It's even missing its heart. See the open chest cavity? Oh, and Ringgrim left us a book. Let's see what it says. There once stood a village protected by a statue. It kept the air crisp, the land fertile, and the people safe. For a time, the village prospered. For a time, there was the thought that the winter would never come. But then the statue shattered, and winter did come. And the village could not make a decision to save itself. Oh yes, let's. Come on.
Keep your eyes open and your hand on your hilt. Nothing about this place feels right.
Here it comes. Take your best shot. Nice. Left flank. Another glorious battle.
What, like it's hard? That's done. What, like it's hard? That's done. Big mistake.
Worth and rough.
One for you!
On your left here.
Oh, no, you don't!
The village wanted so badly to do the right thing.
You're here for my Adra piece, aren't you? You can't have it!
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you too, dearie.
I'll die without the Adra. Please, don't take it from me. I don't want to die. I don't remember anymore. I was in pain for so terribly long. But the Adra has kept me alive. Don't let them take it away. I told the other villagers I need it. I understand everyone's in danger, but I don't want to die. Don't take the Adra piece from me. What is my life worth nothing? Why must I die? Why am I the sacrifice? Please, no.
If the village had been as sensible as you, they would have lived.
That poor man. Was he a real person once? Did all that happen to him?
And why force us to make that choice? Why the cruelty?
Archmagi truly are inscrutable creatures, aren't they?
Worth and rough! worth and run!
Out of stone. It's quite realistic, isn't it?
Then I'll let you hold it.
Well, I like it.
Mangled statues and bitter fables. None of this comes from a healthy mind. Or soul.
I'm sure they go somewhere. Let's go see where.
Coming in hot. You're mine now. Remind me not to make you mad.
Come já, meu Deus. Eles não estão rango ali. Essa missão aqui.
I think worth and run!
The village was on the verge of destruction, but still they are here.
There's the hazard. We have everything. Let's hurry back and see how it all works.
Keep your guard up. Let's get this over with.
It's the lesson rather than the authenticity of the story that matters, I guess. We've got all the pieces. Quick, quick, put them in. Oh, I want to see how all of this works. And off we go.
Here goes. Whatever happens, I hope it leaves our parts intact.
We're going into an Archmage's tower. It'll all be fine. Or at least...
Oh, you made it. Unfortunately, I still have reading to do. Amuse yourself with these skeletons while I finish this paragraph.
So much for hospitality.
Mission.
Look at the three of you. It's like something out of a book.
A godlike of an unknown deity, a long-lost Rawatayan, and a rainbow-colored wizard. All looking for a garden, from what I've gleaned.
It is her. We felt the pluck of her fingers outside our door, searching. For us? Our prison? Who is she? What does she seek?
My little puzzle was very clever, wasn't it? A challenge and a parable, all at once.
Where I'm from, hospitality usually involves a mug of cold ale and a plate of warm cookies.
That may or may not happen eventually. I want to talk to you first. It's not often I encounter a godlike whose divine parent I cannot identify. What did you think I was trying to tell you with the puzzle? Sorry, but I'm not opening the path. I came to the Living Lands because the sickness here, this dream scourge, fascinated me. This plague shouldn't exist. It can't, and yet it does. The essence of the Living Lands is falling into chaos and entropy. It's more... I suspect it has something to do with how the Adra has been severed from the rest of the world. I believe the answers lie in the ruins, but the essence there is so strong it's blocking my spell work, which has never happened before. Ever. No one enters Naku Kubel until I get to the bottom of this. Sorry. I'm fascinated by the implications. What about you is so special that you can...
Tem que sair, gente. Só terminar essa conversa aqui, eu vou salvar, aí amanhã a gente continua, tá?
Show me if you live up to it. Are you? Oh my. I didn't think this was possible. Something I don't already know. I can't believe I overlooked this possibility. A god here, alone, trapped in the severed Adra. This explains so much. My magic being ineffective, the essence here being so intense. And you, godlike, with your unfamiliar appearance. You're the missing key to the lock. Don't take this the wrong way, but in a different life, I'd have flayed you for my study. You are a godlike of this strange, isolated, possibly miserable god. A piece of them resides in you. I have no doubt that like will recognize like. You will open the gates to Naku Kubel, and I will study this metaphysical aberration up close. Go. Find your so-called garden. Report your findings to me. My thanks in return, godlike. It's not often that Kith, or really anything at all, can surprise me. I wish you luck on your journey, if you believe in such things. Just keep in mind that countless dream thralls are on the same path. I'm sure you'll survive. If not, well, lovely to have met you. I'd focus on survival first, Envoy. And you, Orlan, you seem a clever one. Take my grimoire. It will allow you to dispel the barrier I have set before the ruins. You have talent. Not any mage can dispel my illusions. Perhaps when this is over, we should speak again.
You want to speak again? Yeah, of course. Can't wait.
Look at her. Making new friends. Learning new spells. They grow up so fast.
The ruins are far in the northwest. The people here have named that area the Deadfall Highlands. No more wasting time. Off you go. Use the teleporter behind me to leave.
É isso aí, gente. Vou ter que sair, entrevista aqui. Amanhã a gente continua. Beleza, beleza? Valeu, valeu. Obrigado. Vamos salvar aqui. E amanhã a gente continua. Um abraço para todos. Valeu, valeu.